Alright people, we have a lot of things to do. I really want to get that Achievement Hunter series up and running again. I really don't want to continue that one on Elyem. I want to continue that one on this account, on my Hardcore Iron Man. But we're nowhere near close to taking off where we left off. So that is why I'm saying we have a lot of work to do. We have to do all the easy achievements because we need to start off with the medium ones. That is where we left off if you haven't seen the Achievement Hunter series. I believe I have most of the skill requirements. What I'm missing is a lot of the quest ones. So we're going to do a lot of questing in this video. Without further ado, let's get started with some of these achievements. This is not an Achievement Hunter video. I just really need to get this stuff done. But I also don't want to not show you this stuff because it's cool progress. I am all about showing you everything that I do. I am pretty sure you're aware of that by now. I literally just made an entire video of me going from like 4 fletching until like 30, which actually took a pretty decent amount of time. Maybe because I was doing it wrong, I don't know, but hey, I'm about that life. I like showing you all the stuff I do. Okay, we're going to go in chronological order. We're going to start with Ardone first, then we're going to move on to the desert ones, then the Falador ones, etc. Now, sadly, RuneScape doesn't tell me the requirements for these achievements. I typically just look at the wiki for this sort of information. Well, actually, I guess we can hover the mouse over the red ones. It tells you which quests you need. So we have to do the Plague City quest, the Biohazard quest, the Tower of Life quest. We need 16 Thieving. Larry or Chuck must explain the purpose of Penguin Hide and Seek. And we need the quest Amongst Friend. I guess we can start off with doing the simplest one, which is pretty much getting 16 Thieving. How do we get to 16 Thieving? We can probably do that by pickpocketing farmers, or we can just steal cakes from the baker's stall. Which one would be easier? I don't think pickpocketing farmers will be very good because we're barely at 10 Thieving. The success rate on that is probably really crap. So I guess we can keep going with the baker's stall one. Let's head over to Ardone for that. Hopefully we don't die by these guards if we get caught, because if we die by these guards, I'm gonna jump off a building. That would be really pathetic. I wouldn't deserve to be playing this game if we die by these guards, just because we were stealing cakes. I don't know if this hero even cares if we steal cakes. I really hope not. We just got something, an achievement. Like I said, this is not an Achievement Hunter video, but we got something. And we're about to get a thieving level, apparently. I'm gonna wait until this guard moves away because I don't want to get caught. I don't think he's gonna move away though. Nope, he's not gonna move away. Let's make a run for it. There we go, we just got a thieving level. 11 thieving people. We can now do potential double loot from men. That is kind of cool, I guess. Okay, this is literally going to take a while because these guards don't leave me alone. I just want to steal some cakes. That's all I want to do. I just need 16 thieving. Can we bribe them so they can leave us alone for like 30 seconds? I'm essentially doing a hit and run. I'm just taking the cake and running this way. Okay, well, because this is obviously going to take a while, I'm going to see you when I have the 16 thieving. There we go, people, 16 thieving. Now we can move on with doing the rest of the quests, so we can do these easy Ardone tasks. This actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. At a certain thieving level, they sort of stop paying attention to you because you're obviously a better thief. Level 15 thieving is one of the requirements for animal magnetism. Level 14 thieving is one of the requirements for the giant dwarf. Level 13 thieving is one of the requirements for the lost tribe. And at level 15 thieving is one of the requirements for the watchtower. We can pickpocket female ham followers, steal from rock cake stalls. We can open the chests in Ardone, Relica, and the Wilderness. And we can steal cowbells from the dairy cows. That is a lot of interesting stuff. Some of them are useful, some of them I have no idea. Okay, let's figure out which quests we're going to do first. So the first quest we're going to do is Biohazard. I believe, oh, actually, I guess the first quest we're going to do is Plague City because it's a requirement for the Biohazard. Okay, so what do we need for this quest? We need dwellberries, a rope, chocolate dust, snape grass, and a bucket of milk. This is a novice quest, it's short to medium, and it's the first one in the elf series, so this is definitely going to be its own video. So how do we start this quest? We have to talk to Edmund in East Ardone. He is north of the castle, next to the wall surrounding West Ardone. Okay, let's head over there. Well, actually, first we need the stuff, so let's get the stuff first. The first item is dwellberries. I see some right there. We have to go into McRubber's wood. Hopefully these dogs don't kill us. I really don't think they will. Okay, there we go. We have the dwellberries. Next up, we need rope. We can find that in Karamja. So let's head over to Karamja. Here is the rope. If you ever need some rope and you don't know where to find some, you can get some from this spot here in, I guess what this would be, the general shop in Karamja. Is this even called Karamja? No, I'm sorry, this is not Karamja. This is called Musa Point. So you can get some rope from the general store in Musa Point if you ever need some. You're welcome. And here is the chocolate for the chocolate dust. And I believe we have to grind it for it to be chocolate dust. And there we go. Now we have the chocolate dust too. So we have 3 items of, I think, like 6. What else do we need for this quest? We need snape grass and a bucket of milk. Let's get the bucket of milk first because that's the easier one. Bucket of milk, check. Now all we need is the snape grass. I have no idea where to find this. I guess it's time for a wiki search. So apparently we can get snape grass from the Hobgoblin Peninsula, just southwest of the Crafting Guild. If it wasn't for this spot here, we'd have to kill monsters a lot higher level than us for just one sneak grass. I'm so glad we can actually find this thing here. Otherwise, we'd be killing monsters for a pretty decent amount of time. We don't have that kind of time. We have to keep moving. Okay, we have all the stuff for the Plague City quest. Let's go speak to Edmund over in East Ardone, I believe. Okay, since we've just completed the Plague City quest, it is time to move on to the next one. We're going to do Biohazard next. After Biohazard, we have to do the Tower of Life, and finally, the Monk's Friend. So let's see what we need to do the Biohazard quest. All we need is a priest gown, top and bottom. I think we can get these robes over in Edgeville. Let's go check it out. Before we can actually pick up the robes I have in mind, I believe we have to do one specific requirement for that. I remember the other day I tried climbing the ladder in this monastery place, and I couldn't. It says something about me not being part of the order. A nearby monk glares at you. Maybe you should talk to him before climbing the ladder. Okay, let's do that. Let's talk to the monk. I almost attacked it. Him. Greetings, traveler. How do I get further into the monastery? You'll need to talk to Abbot Langley about that. He's usually found walking the halls of the monastery. Okay, where's Abbot Langley? Greetings, traveler. How do I get further into the monastery? I'm sorry, but only members of our order are allowed in the second level of the monastery. Well, can I join your order? Nope, I'm sorry, but I feel you're not devout enough. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Is our prayer level too low? If that's the case, then I suppose we can do some Ectofuntus. That's another quest I'd have to do before we can move on with this list that we're currently doing. This calls for a wiki search. I'll BRB. Okay, so I didn't have to check the wiki for this. It tells me right here in the chat box, we need 31 prayer to climb the ladder. So we can either bury bones to get to 31 prayer, we can use the Ectofuntus, and I think that's the only two methods we can do right now. We don't have to do the Ghost Ahoy quest to use the Ectofuntus. The only reason why I considered doing the Ghost Ahoy quest was because of the Ectophile. If we don't have the Ectophile, that means we have to run back and forth between the Canifis Bank and the actual Ectofuntus, and that's going to take a really long time. So it might be in our best interest to do the Ghost Ahoy quest. If we were to do the Ghost Ahoy quest, we have to get 25 agility for that. I don't think there's any other way of getting monk robes, as far as I know, and as far as the wiki tells me. This area here in the monastery is the only place that spawns them. Monsters don't drop them. So I guess we're going to have to do the Ghost Ahoy quest because I really don't want to be running back and forth between the Canifis Bank and the Ectofuntus. And also, we have to collect enough bones to get to 31 prayer. So let's see how much XP we're going to need for 31 prayer. Let's set a level target. So from 17 to 31, that's about 11.6k. So if we were to use the best bones we can obtain, which at the moment is bat bones, they give me about 21 XP. We'd need 555 bat bones to get from 17 to 31 prayer. So we'd have to kill 555 bats. That is definitely going to take a while. I suggest we get started. Keep in mind, we also have to get 25 agility. I think I'm going to do that one first, because we can't do Ghost Ahoy without it, and I wouldn't want to do Ectofuntus without the Ectophile. So which courses can we do for 25 agility? I guess we're going to be doing the Berthope agility course all the way to 25. I don't know if Gnome Ball is any good. I haven't heard of people using this as a method. I guess we're going to go to Berthope and get this started. This shouldn't be that bad. It's a really repetitive process. I'm sure we'll get the 25 agility within the hour. So I will see you when I have 25 agility, or if something pops up in my head and I want to tell you about it, because that's usually what ends up happening. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, I'm not at 25 agility yet, but I have to show you all the levels we've gained so far, because I really have to use the bathroom. If I leave, it's going to log out, and all the levels are going to go away. TMI? Maybe. So what can we do with 14 agility? You now have all the levels you need for the Lost Tribe. Also, you now have all the levels you need for the Curse of the Black Stone. We can use the Karamja Dungeon Stepping Stone shortcut, the Falador Wall shortcut, Varrock South Fence shortcut, and the possibility of triple loot from Men, with 21 thieving. Okay, BRB. Okay, we need 18 more XP for 25 agility. Let's finish up this XP. Okay, there we go. We just got 25 agility. We now have all the levels we need for Ghost Ahoy. What can we do with 25 agility? Okay, this is a lot of stuff. I think this is the most stuff I've showed in a video in a single instance. So level 23 agility is one of the requirements for Death of the Dorgashun. You now have all the levels you need for Ghost Ahoy. That's perfect. That is what we want. You now have all the levels you need for the Grand Tree. You now have all the levels you need for the Haunted Mine. You now have all the levels you need for In Search of the Myarchy. You now have all the levels you need for Mountain Daughter. You now have all the levels you need for Taibo Wane Trio. Level 15 agility is one of the requirements for Troll Stronghold. You now have all the levels you need for Watchtower. And level 25 agility is one of the requirements for While Gothic Sleeps. And we can do lots of new shortcuts as well. Okay, good stuff. Let's see what we need for Ghost Ahoy so we can get that quest started and start using the Ectofuntus. So the things we need for Ghost Ahoy is approximately 1k coins, thread, silk, spade, oak shield bow, nettle tea, bucket of milk, ghost speak amulet, 3 colors of dye, ecto tokens, or charter ships to enter Port Phasmatis 3 times. We're gonna have to kill a level 42 giant lobster. I think this one might be a problem, only because we're lower than that. We're only at 38 combat, so let's start collecting all that stuff and get this quest started. Okay, we ran into a slight complication. Ignore this ridiculous amount of cakes in this inventory. I will explain why I have these in a moment. The only thing we need left to do Ghost Ahoy is a piece of silk. I can't buy this silk anywhere. I have to steal it from the stall, but to steal it from the stall, we need a 20 thieving. I don't have that. I have 16 thieving. So we're gonna have to get some thieving levels, and the highest thing I can do is pickpocket a farmer, this guy. I didn't want to do the cake stall thing. I think this is gonna be a lot more XP. Hopefully, I don't know. Whoa, hold up. Did they change this texture of the road? I don't think I remember it looking like this. I think this road used to have the old textures. Was this area also covered with the new grass textures as well? Okay, well, let's pickpocket the farmer. I will see you when I have 20 thieving. So we've managed to trap this farmer here in this corner. We're almost at 20 thieving, 71 more XP. I don't know if this is faster than stealing cakes just because we do get caught quite often. It's really annoying, to be honest. It's like most of the time I can pickpocket him once, and then that's it. At least with the cakes, I can always steal it even if I get caught. So I don't know if I would like to pickpocket or thieving levels. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna go back to Ardone and just steal cakes because this is freaking ridiculous. Okay, there we go, 20 thieving people. Where the hell did this guy go? Oh, okay. So what can we do with 20 thieving? Level 17 thieving is one of the requirements for the Hand in the Sand. We can now pickpocket male ham followers, potential double loot from farmers, steal from Silk Stall, and plunder Zogre coffins at Jigig. Okay, now we can get that silk from the Silk Stall so we can start doing Ghost Ahoy. Okay, there we go, we just got the silk. We need to make one more thing before we can officially start the quest, but we can make it during the actual quest itself. We need to make nettle tea. So let's take this bowl, let's fill it with water, and let's take some gloves so we can pick some of the nettles later during this quest. Okay, let's officially begin this Ghost Ahoy quest. I think I'm going the wrong way. I believe I have to get into Port Phasmatis through a charter ship because I don't have any ecto tokens. We're gonna have to go to Port Sarum. Okay, now that we've completed the Ghost Ahoy quest, we can now use the Ectofuntus, or actually we've always been able to use the Ectofuntus, but now we have the Ecto file, so we can get here pretty quickly. Now we can get to 31 prayer. I think that's what it was. The Ghost Ahoy quest did give us 21 prayer. It was at 17 before, so with 21 prayer we can now use Rapid Restore, the Proselyte equipment after the Slug Menace, God Robes, and the Bone Crusher with 21 Dungeoneering. Okay, so there's a few things we can do with this Ectofuntus. We can use bones, or we can use ashes. Now, I think for us, for now, the latter would be a little bit better, because if we were to use bones, we have to go up here and grind them manually or automatically with this machine, which does take some time, apart from collecting buckets of slime from underneath Port Phasmatis, which also takes a decent amount of time. But if we were to use ashes, we only have to do the bucket stuff, because the Ectofuntus will just take the ashes as is. Now, there's a few ashes we can do. Well, actually, correction, there's a few ashes that are accepted by the Ectofuntus. Those are the Impious Ashes, the Accursed Ashes, Infernal Ashes, Tortured Ashes, and Searing Ashes. But you can only do the first one though, the Impious Ashes, because we can't kill any of the monsters that drop the other ashes. We don't have to kill imps for the Impious Ashes. Luckily, the spell wisps in front of the Wizard's Tower drop them. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go collect some Impious Ashes so we can get to 31 prayer. You know, I'm so glad they added these spell wisps in front of this tower, because otherwise we'd have to go imp hunting, and there's not many imps. Collecting Impious Ashes that way would take a really, really long time. I don't think it would be worth it. I think it would be more worth it to just collect bones and grind them. But that is not the case. I think they're weak to bows, so we're gonna take our bow. We have to calculate how many ashes we're gonna need, because I don't want to get too many. I just want to get to 31 so we can get those monk robes. So we're trying to get to 31 prayer. We're gonna need 9.2k XP. Using the Impious Ashes on the Ectofuntus gives us 16 XP. So we're gonna need 577 Impious Ashes. We're gonna be here a while, people. I think that's something we're gonna continue on the next episode of IRONNoob Hardcore Edition. So with all this being said, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.